Hello, we're here on Salar 5v5, Team 1 ANS, Team 2 OSP. It is Saturday, there's a new patch, it's very exciting. Rom, Chibi, Dramus, Mathbob, and Espresso on Team 1 ANS, Das, Slayer, Internet Explorer, Sir Boom Lover, and Puppy from Hell on Team 2 OSP. Looks like, wow, both teams are signing up to make control of the middle, or try to control that middle lane, which is pretty standard. But other than that, looks like everybody's spread around a fair bit. OSP's kind of weak on the Delta Echo side. Looks like they're going to be going for Charlie Bravo Alpha control. Hitting wedge some ships onto the middle of the map and control everything from there. It's a very powerful position if you can get it without getting beamed to smithereens. Looks like Math Blob spread out all over the map. As is Rom.
Yom.
And we are dropping down here with the ANS team, and that's Rom. The lovely OWO gamer himself.
He named one of his ships the OWO Mag Depth Limitations, and it has two VLSs.
Yeah, that's what I'm dropping down with. It's also got a VLS in the wing.
I fucking love Rom's ship names. All of his naming schemes are so good.
So one of the changes is that the nose mount is now a full C2, I believe, and no longer a surface mount. That means you can mount missiles in it instead of just the cannons. Means you can make, well, this is a sprinter that has, how many missiles it's got on it? Okay, these are all a bunch of different kinds of missiles. I'm gonna go with 40 is my guess.
Yeah. 4 plus 16.
Okay. He's got another sprinter, Pinard, BLS2, Blanket Bullseye, Sprinter, Torpedoes, looks like Cabin Sprinter Mark 61, BLS1, and a Defender. I notice a lot of things different about this UI. Get used to it. I don't know, I can't help you. It's kind of hard to read and wrap your head around at first, but it winds up being better, in my opinion, once you figure it out. Rom's also got a 450 Axford, and hey, look at that. We can look at all the internals on the ship itself instead of broken out into all these little lists all over the ship that you just kind of have to have memorized to be able to read effectively. It's got track-correlated spyglass with decent amount of DC, but not a ton. There's a backline, support, broadside gun, Axford. Math Blob, of course, has a capping fleet. Missile Sprinter, Missile Pinard Sprinter, a couple Spy Frigs, and then some Torp Gun Capping Sprinters. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Dramus, double Vauxhall, double E-War support. One hang up, 2 blankets, and then 1 bullseye, 2 blankets on the Sprinters. Vauxhalls have 8 and 4. Oh, and 7 and 3. These are not mirrored Vauxhalls. On their damage control, beefy nose, ammo elevators all around, double drive, nice. Very menacing build, gonna be powerful skirmisher, moving around, killing things. Espresso has a wing of beam destroyers.
The enemy secured zone coming.
Okay, 2 beam DDs right next to each other, and another one off on its own. Along with a couple frigates supporting, looks like 1 spy frig and 1 super jam frig, double hang up, double blanket. Chibi's rocking double 450 Axford, presumably backline. Yeah, they got the cannon on the back. They've also got the Mark 62s on the side for increased DACA. Decent amount of damage control, comparable to the Vauxhalls. Let's see, which one of these has correlated spyglass? Neither of them? Okay, I stand corrected. These are brawling Axfords. Ammo elevators and parallaxes. Oh boy. Love to see it. That means ANS is going to have 2 frontline fleets, 1 capping fleet, 1 kind of general support fleet, and then 1 anti-capping fleet in the beam ships. It's pretty menacing. What is Chibi talking about? I don't know. That's not my problem.
Making jokes.
I see. DOS has also cap fleet anchored by a obelisk. 100 mil plasma bulk freighter. More 100 mil than plasma, interestingly. That's not very common. And 2 rocket shuttles. Okay, 3 rocket shuttles. 4 rocket shuttles. And then 1 EWR tug with a gun on the nose. And a pair of the more traditional, or perhaps more modern. I don't know. Tech is weird and changes too much for such nomenclature to mean anything. Capping shuttles, 1 headed for Bravo, 1 camping out on Delta. Internet Explorer has, I believe, a double sun drive. Yeah, monitor swarm. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 monitors. T90s in the nose, T30s on top and bottom, and then pieces, AIMs, and even a pinpoint on the wings. Supported by 1 jam tug. Well, that's just hell. Oh my. I wouldn't want to fight that. Absolutely menacing. Puppy's got double 450 bulk freighters, 1 facing the correct way, 1 facing his own spawn. Hopefully he notices that and fixes it here before too long. 1 LRT tug and 1 EWR tug. Pretty basic, good build. They got some, yeah, quite a few AMMs with them. A little bit of soft kill as well. Is that the Giga Chaff? No, it's normal chaff. Boom Lover's got EWR with bastions on it. Don't see that very often on tugs. And 2 plasma 100 mil bulk freighters, one of which is getting shelled by 3 Axfords right now. It is, yeah, it's paying horribly for it. It's getting some stuff knocked out. One of the guns is knocked out, one of the PCCs is knocked out, and everything in the front end of the ship is getting autumnalified. So this ship's going to be in big trouble. It's already in big trouble. It's going to be even bigger trouble here shortly. 450 HE in the flank like this for free is pretty bad, especially from 3 Axfords. Slayer's got, oh, double cells. We don't really see these much anymore because there's a lot of reasons for that. Acella's got problems, but that's an entire different conversation. It's gonna perform pretty well in this circumstance, though. Bow tanking and orbit dodging a little bit. No, I think just moving at a strange angle. Gonna allow these ships to dodge a lot of that 450 fire, and I think some of it's HE, which means it has a chance to bounce off the nose. Might be thinking that it's more bulk freighters. It's actually kind of tell on Salar whether something's firing HE or AP. So as Corpo is pointing out in the text chat, what Acellos do is they tank really well, they die slowly, and they also provide a little bit of fire support. However, this doesn't matter because you can just shoot the squissier targets anyways. Like, there's nothing forcing you. There's no aggro. There's no taunt. You cannot be forced to fire at the Acellos.
So, interestingly, the OSP didn't even try to go for A. They're banking everything on this push to B right now. So A's been entirely ceded to the Alliance, although IE might get over there now that he realizes.
That's a really big deal because this Bravo push is getting checked extremely hard by the Axfords. And I think the beam destroyers are going to come over the top here and start finishing things off. They're only about 8 clicks out from the bulk freighters and the Acellos, and if the beam destroyers, have deflated, they're just going to push blindly. That's going to get them killed. But if they can, oh no, I see. So they're going for this cover here under this rock, just above Bravo, and the Acellos are just pushing forwards onto Bravo to maybe cap it while surviving. But beams are the one thing that are going to rip Acellos to shreds pretty much immediately.
Acellos are a beam player's favorite snack.
Indeed. Whole force is being horribly comms jammed and radar jammed. Looks like IE has spotted Dramus and the Vauxhalls. Dramus quickly backing away from the Monitor Blob. The Monitor Blob not chasing. Good decisions by both players there. IE zoning out the very threatening Vauxhalls, but not going for the chase just yet because it puts him in A&S territory and puts him at risk of getting beamed in the face, which A&S is very prepared to do. We see, who is this, Espresso's beam destroyer right here, ready to pounce on these monitors. It's actually moving up. Bit of a mistake there. Rockets out below the map on the sprinters. It's very expensive sprinter. Oh, that's a lot of money. And here's another extremely expensive sprinter. Oh no! All right, so
this is what people were saying with the you know, the like with the chin mount enlargement. It just puts more points into your sprinter, which is still pretty easy to lose.
yeah, this is part of what I was coming from here. Is that sure the orbital sprinter is going to be a little more menacing, but it's more risky too. Like a lot more risky. This is like 600 points a sprinter just gone, and it didn't fire anything. And then there's this other one's probably 450-ish. It's gone to very sad. Some hybrids coming out here. I believe they're Command Wake. That is certainly a combination. Oh, Vortex missiles. Okay, so Math was experimenting a little more with Vortex now that the tubes of the VLSs are fixed. Where are these going?
What the heck?
I have no idea. These are not getting comms jammed.
They picked up a wake track there, and now they turned around when truck was required here. I don't know where the wake particle was from. I think it was left over from the tag.
Yeah, but it's got command primary. I guess Math must have lost.
Yes, they lost track for a second, I think.
I can't. I'll do that. Rest of firing medium long range command. Alright, now we've got what is this? We've got a tactical clump. Uh-oh, womp womp, that's not good. Of just about 5,500. Yeah. Maybe 5,600, 5.6 thousand points of OSP ships camped out here under Bravo, being oppressed by a pair of beam destroyers, which can immediately kill almost all of this, and a pair of Axfords, which had the capacity to provide support to other parts of the map, given their long-range firepower, and are flanking around and eventually going to flush these nerds out of here. OSP's in big trouble. That low Bravo push failed. Monitor's destroying one of Math's scout frigs over up on top of the map with the bomb and 100mm. What else is going on? Matt's also moving around the withdrawal line on the other side of the map. Getting tons of tracks here on the OSP team. Yeah, Puppy's lit up. The guys hiding behind Bravo are lit up.
Oh, beam action in these bulkers.
Here we go, Espresso. Dumping beams into, I think this is the one that was already damaged? No, it is not. So that's a lot of damage from a beam.
They actually both got slightly damaged. This is the more damaged one that's getting beamed now.
I am getting a bunch of NREs now.
Oh.
Oh, right. It's related to the changing the visibility of the UI. You mentioned that before. I was tweaking with that. Okay, that's one bulk freighter dead. Plasma is opening back up. What's this counter battery look like? Beams are oranged off, yellowed off. I think a lot of that's B short. Jamming really needs to be going down the field. It is, but it's not quite enough, it seems. Or perhaps it was a little too late.
The jammer play was good because they actually picked the frigate before the DDs, so they didn't have a chance to get a lock or anything like that.
Alright. Matt's still steadily, slowly moving around to get that Charlie pick, if possible. OSP's trying to get something done down on the X side of the map. They're going to be checked by a beam down there as well.
Oh, frigate died on the far left bombshell, looks like.
Yeah, it is. Spy frig. A blob. A bombshell. A little bit of Hesh, too. In that mix. Does still have his torpedo capping sprinter. Is that ARAD command? That's act command validated. Okay, that's fine. Right into that EWR tug. Very effective. Gonna save that. Could use the guns to finish it. Could drop it on the torp on its face. Of course, he doesn't know it's an EWR tug. At least I don't think so. No, he's within visual range. He should know. Yeah. Corpo's right. I believe this other spy prig is about to get runned by tugs. Or, what are these things? The big tugs. Monitors. There we go. They will forever be known as big tugs. Go back to Bravo. Looks like the destroyers are jamming and leaving, or maybe just zoning out the bulk freighters. This is so much stuff to be trapped here. Very painful. Like Rom's shipwreck got killed by rockets. Oh, the we are going nuclear symbol is a little more obvious. Oh, it's a magdet. I see. That's something else. It's more obvious on the DC panel. Nice. Ah, the UI changes. They're great. I know very, very little about UI design. I am abysmal at that, but I do know what I enjoy and when something is more usable than it was previously. I'm a big fan of all of this. Very nice, especially as a spectator, because I spend a lot of time, I know I'm bouncing around between the ships a lot, but I spend a lot of time just staring at the unit panels up on the left, up on the right, and then the DC boards to make sure I'm conveying somewhat accurate information. So it's really, really, really nice for me to have that. Bubby's coming down to support the ships down on Bravo, but I think he's a little too far away. I don't know. The 450 rounds have done some decent work on these destroyers. They're moving real slow right now. And they're throwing in reverse. They got dragonflies.
Ooh, there goes one beam.
Yeah, both of them got dragonflies. One beam and the entire front half of the ship.
Oh gosh.
Look at that 450 go, baby! Kind of bad against capitals, but pretty great against beam destroyers. And how's whoever this is, Espresso, doing around the corner? Still getting shelled, suffering immensely. Yeah, reactor is basically out. Whiplash is basically out. This thing is not moving at all. I'm not sure why. Might be too busy dealing with the beams. It's kind of a new player.
Their other beam destroyer is in position to potentially hit IE's swarm. Well, it's not really a beam aligned as of yet, but it's probably in range.
Yeah, I think Espresso's just trying to survive against 450 bulk predators. The second beam destroyer ate a lot of fire to the face. It's now yellow and orange. And I think this beam's getting up here to deal with the monitors. Oh, yes. Chibi coming around the flank on these Axfords. We've seen this play before. Chibi really good at this. Fortunately, firing at the bulk freighter? Oh, no. Yeah, firing at the bulk freighter, not the SLO. That's gonna die pretty fast to the 120 and the 450. We can leave over here and go to the beam ship, which currently isn't properly aligned, as Wolf said, and it's gonna eat a ton of fire. It's launching some torpedoes. This blob's got AMMs and Pavis and everything, and this is all gonna get cleaned up very effectively.
RIP.
Beams out. It's not gonna be getting that back ever again.
Oh, rocket shuttle's moving on to E.
The enemy is securing zone eclipse.
Nice. They are gonna eat a few torpedoes. Maybe. Nope. He's good. Takes them both out. That blob, the Bosch of Herman, covering this plate, which is currently receiving plasma and grape down on the butt. Very painful. OSP gonna capture Echo though. That puts them back in the game. They're down about 160 points. Thereabouts. Torps out on the monitors. These are... Oh, one of these might land. Glonk. Yeah. Glonk. Print.
Nice.
That's good damage. It's not amazing.
Oh, 2 reactor overloads because there's a jury rigged in there.
Ooh. And damage teams are going to be busy with that. If that monitor goes,
The enemy secured zone eclipse.
this ball game flips on its head once again, because I think this monitor blob is kind of the most menacing thing on OSP's team.
The enemy
But if one of them
secured
goes
zone
nuclear
boxer.
and turns all these into paper mache MNs, then all the crappy little guns on ANS will be able to punch through and deal tons of damage. 250 AP in particular, or HE in particular, will be able to do a lot of damage to these monitors. Speaking of, where are the Vauxhalls? What's Tramus up to? Okay, we got one in the middle of the map chasing bulk freighters, and one kind of in the lower the middle of the map rotating over to fight the monitors. Looks like... No, the beam destroyer over on Bravo is still yellow, but OSP's taking that now too. Huh. I'll see that every day. Monitor that can't afford power. Looks like it's gonna get its sun drives fixed up before it's too late, though. Nice, nice.
The enemy secured
No
zone
nuclear monitors today. I mean, boo. Would have been really cool. I always love when blobs have one of their ships go nuclear. Because then, well, there is immense suffering to be had.
Oh yeah, there's nowhere they're picking at.
I don't know, I think the prince fine? Oh no.
Boom.
Wow. Okay. He's not gonna be happy about that.
zone boxer.
A little bit of damage being splashed. Well, quite a bit of damage being splashed in these monitors. They were right on top of that explosion. That's like 150, 200 meters away. And most importantly, they no longer have armor. There is no armor on any of these vessels. That means the Wing 120s on the Axfords can punch through here and do tons of damage. The 250 HE can do tons of damage, which is coming up right now.
I will need to wear more sunscreen next time.
Icella's trying to push and maybe get something done. Looks like they're probably in multiple targets. Not really sure what to do there. They're kind of standing off chibi ships. They have managed to do quite a bit of damage. Looks like the starboard side here took some missiles from above. Not really sure what fired that. Presumably one of the MMTs? I don't know, but that plus the steady 450 fire coming in.
Oh no,
At
Das
this
wasn't
range.
paying attention to his 2 shuttles at Sea Point and they just died to Corvettes.
Damn, Meth Blob
Vortexes, yeah.
on that slow push over the top of the map. Hits both of these shuttles in the back, opening up the Charlie Point completely for the ANS team. OSP is catching up. They're only about 80 points behind right now. 80 exactly. Ooh, how exciting.
Yeah, I think Das was probably Marcoing somewhere else. He didn't notice his shuttles on sea were spotted and didn't move them at all.
Yeah, he's dealing with this bulk freighter ankle anchor, and also the shuttles he has pushed up on Echo right now, trying to cover Internet's escape.
Checking in on the 450 duel in the bottom of the map, the 2 Axfords are very slowly winning against the Ocellos, but now the beam destroyer's coming in. There it goes.
Oh, goodbye.
And that'll turn a very slow win into a pretty quick win.
If Espresso battle short. Nope, it's not happening. No battle shorting. The beam destroyer is now taking some counterfire. No battle short. In fact, the beam destroyer is retreating? Okay, no, it's just moving up. There we go. There's the second beam strike. A lot of hits in the middle of the ship. Gonna take down some PC lockers. Battle shot! No, it's gone. It's in cover.
Escapes to live another day, and it really helped out, sped up that fight there. These Acellas are gonna die now. They can't retreat, really.
It does. It does. Looks like OSP trying to cover the Echo Point with these rocket shuttles, but yeah, Das is going to be eating quite a bit of RPF here. Air Explorer continuing to back up onto the Delta Point, flanking Dramus's ships, which are up here to support these sprinters up on Charlie, which are currently getting shot at by the 450 bulk freighter of all things, which in turn is getting shot at by Dramus's 250 Vauxhall, which in turn is getting shot at by the monitors. Actually switched to the sprinter, it looks like, killing all the E-War support. Ooh, that 100 mil is going to be very effective at doing that. Oh yeah, look at that thing go down. Ooh, Smash coming in here too! Glonk! Now once this dies, the Vauxhall is going to be very shortly behind it. Let's beam up too. Beam might be getting re-engaged. One of the Acellas has retreated. Neck bet. Yeah, but Osiris is... There's another beam right into the drive, which is going to be absorbed in its entirety. Oh, man. Oh, the damage model of this game is very silly. Highest damaging weapon in the game, but goes into a big engine, which just makes all the damage disappear. Looks like... Oh, hey! Spectators can see when someone is doing a shutdown now. That's nice. No more guessing as to whether or not someone's doing one of these.
I'm quite sure there's always been that UI. You see a little thing
Well,
that's going down.
You've always been able to see that if it's your ship. I don't think spectators have had the shutdown and order evacuation buttons.
I've
They did.
seen allies. I've seen allies.
Fuck. Embarrassing. Spectator mains in shambles. I don't know what goes on around here, man. I just work here. With the 450 Axford, it's continuing to back up. OSP not able to take that Bravo point, sacrificing a lot of ships for absolutely no gain. Down on B. Really rough. Das trying to get something done over on the side of the map, but gets his shuttles pretty beat up for it, and I don't think really does anything. Zones out. Well, captured Echo earlier. OSP is now catching up. They're only 20 points behind. Vauxhall and Spinner moving on to capture the point. Monitors, meanwhile, have pounced on Dramus's other Vauxhall on the Alpha side, killing it and its sprinter support. None of these ships are dead yet, but pretty much ruined. They're never going to be moving again, and they're never going to be shooting again either. They're going to have some officers stand out on the... Oh, there goes Dramus. And Prophet and Davenor. What the fuck is happening?
Wow.
That's probably not good. And an Explorer or anybody else. Looks like Das actually is going to be able to run onto the Alpha Point. Capture, and there goes Rom. What is happening?
The enemy secured zone Eclipse.
Rockets out on the E-Capper. Gonna land.
That is a very damaged sprinter right there.
The enemy is securing zone
Venus
Eclipse.
does get it, forcing one of these rocket shuttles, oh my, to get onto the Echo Point, which has just been nuclearly obliterated, allowing the Amethyst to RPF the hell out of this thing with impunity. No amount of angling is going to save you from that. Although I don't know if shuttles can deflect RPF at all, no matter the angle? I don't know. But now they definitely can't. Simple as. Bulk Freighter's pushing as well. Deal some damage, but the Vauxhall backs up. It's going to be able to cover the echo point. Not going to be able to cap it though. It has to leave the AO to avoid getting destroyed by an extremely close range plasma LN. Man, they're actually not as close as they look. 5.5 kilometers away. I was thinking it was much closer, like beam range closer. Wild. Why am I getting NREs? Oh, it's more UI stuff. All the conquest testing has made me very attuned to that because we got one of those. Alright, Math Blob. Stepping out some more hybrids. On to Boom Lovers, Bastion EWR. Is this gonna work? Yeah, okay. For just a second, I thought the Bastions were gonna kill those missiles. I was gonna lose my mind. Because usually those sorts of scout missiles are designed in a way to penetrate either defenders or AMMs and not flak. So yeah, they do just fine against 2 Bastions and gut this tug. And a couple more down there for good luck. Puppy manages to recap Charlie. Chibi has rotated back into the ANS side of the maps, covering Bravo. It's pressuring Echo and covering Alpha as well. In fact, I think he might be shelling IE3 right now. Oh yeah. Of course, ironically, with the monitors having all their everything burned off, the HE is overpinning quite easily. Gonna result in some relatively low damage. Well, I say that. It actually still does really good damage. Yeah. 450 HE scary. Nuclear blast up on Alpha might provide that monitor a little bit of cover. No, it's locked. No cover whatsoever. OSP is still down by 50 points somehow? I feel like they have a lot of map control, even though they've lost horribly on the Bravo side.
They've only just recently started flipping the points back again.
Yeah. Not to be able to do that on Echo. Bony Brave getting a new seed. Now we have 2 nearly dead ships. Who presumably tossed. One has tossed a cannon on a string to the other, and they're yelling insults over and trying to determine who gets to control this arbitrary orb in space. Meanwhile, the monitor blob's moving over the top of the Echo point, and combined with the bulk freighter is going to be gunning down the Amethyst. Once this goes down, OSP will be able to move in and capture the Echo point. And ANS doesn't really have anything over here to contest that very effectively. The cross is over here, the 450 bulk freighter, but it doesn't want to engage the monitors or the bulk freighter. Did I call this 450 bulk freighter? It's 450 Axford. ANS does not attack that bulk freighters. It doesn't want to engage these ships in close range. How are the beam ships doing? They are all dead. Okay. Cello moving in for her last-ditch effort to capture Bravo, but Dysphoria just astrode a Math Blob, and both of Chibi's backline Axford's going to stand here and just dunk this thing. It's not going to be much longer. Who's got Charlie? I think OSP might have done it there. Oh, I don't know. ANS is only 100 away from the in-game, but they're just running out of ships. We've got Chibi.
Sorry, go ahead.
We've got the Amethyst down on Echo, and Math has a few of these cap ships all over the place. But the problem is now that OSP's meat has spread out all over the map, the cap ships can't contest points. They can go for Delta, but I don't think they realize that. They can't do anything about these monitors or about the bulk freighter. OSP lagging behind by a measly 12 points with a 4-1 cap advantage. They're going to get that very quickly. Can we also just appreciate the score now? It's a lot easier to read. I don't even know how or why, but it's easier to read too. Oh, because it's a
background.
Blue and orange, yeah, on a black background instead of just blue and red with no background.
I mean, if they had no background, you would barely be able to see the white on the white background.
Yes, that is the problem on Salar, and there are a couple other maps that are like that. Like really red maps like Ruby Shelf make it hard to see the progress bar for Team 2. But now that it's orange instead of red, it will no longer be an issue. Here goes an egg bet. And it's going to be able to secure the Bravo point, but they can't get onto the map fast enough to take anything else.
Ooh, the poor expert on Echo just got toasted by the blast.
Rip. A lot of reactor blooms going on near E this game.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, but the kicker is Das has 100 mil, so he doesn't even need a plasma it now.
Yeah. Point blank, 100 mil onto plasmid, or well, reactor bloomed. Axford is going to be very painful. Polymorph Sneroid once again advocating for war crimes. For shame. For shame! And there we go. Of course, I can't see the spectator text on, or the spectator players on the dark gray blue rocks. Got just a bunch of grayish mass here. Alright, OSP takes the game quite easily at this point, obviously. 2 points out. Be getting into the AAR here very shortly. An extremely bloody match. The only ships left alive for either team are a couple bulk freighters and monitors on OSP. 2 Axfords, 3 Axfords, one of which is dying horribly. And a couple of cap ships on ANS. Look to the AAR.
I can't believe Tharg Warframe shamed me.
Suffer for your
What the
hubris.
hell went off him?
Chibi doing 48,000 damage with those Axfords. Gramus, yeah, not able to get too much done with the Vauxhalls. Oh my god. It's a good thing I don't have any sort of motion sickness problems, because I swear to god, these things, those squiggly lines on all the ships are going to make me throw up in the after action report. Damn, Espresso doing really good with one beam battle, what is this, Destroyer. The other two not quite able to get too much done, got caught out in bad positions. From the cap war, pretty good showing from ANS. For all losing those sprinters extremely early hurt a lot.
I
I
had like a lag spike, and then they were 1 kilometer over, and I just died.
Rip.
I don't know. I don't think I can play today if my connection's gonna be like this. Very sorry, guys.
Should have gotten D sooner. Should have paid more attention when I sent there. Just ran into the MNs, unfortunately. E was honestly a lost cause. That was like bulk. No, what was it? An obelisk from below, MNs from above. A single torp tug can only do so much. I quite enjoyed playing Ring Around the Rosie with puppies 450 LM.
Did you like that?
It was fun.
I enjoyed that too. It was fun. It was E Bushido. That's what that was. You and me just having a one-on-one.
Puppy was trying to get me to take the corn syrup.
I did get you.
Yeah,
sort of.
kind of. The overpen is yeah.
Your torps were nothing though.
Yeah, it's. What do you expect against a line with like?
I did expect my
A.
AMMs to go off and my Grazer to go off, but that never happened.
Oops. I fired like some S2Hs and stuff, and it seems like you're. Oh right, one flux I fired at what was it? Yeah, DOS's shuttle going to A. One of your AMMs just chased that.
Yeah.
Like, from behind. That was pretty funny.
Who had the shuttles? Who had the sprinters that went wide on the left side that were shooting my EWR?
That was
tug?
me.
That was me.
What were those missiles? Because I just turned all my radar off and they just went wild.
I lost like
No,
the bullseye.
track got
masking.
lost. What happened there is the track got lost and the wake clipped on a wake particle somewhere and the tag left and just went fucking spinning.
Oh. Okay.
And then some Elin turn. It was very silly. That was also silly, and then I got rocketed, but like whatever. I killed some stuff.
I got locked from somewhere, and I was like, I don't know where this is happening from. And then I saw your sprinters, and I hear Spiker incoming. I was like, oh no!
But you lived.
I was not paying attention on C and just got home moved.
Yeah.
That's fine. I got it.
Yeah, no, it was
Yeah,
good.
there's
I
only
put
so.
1,200 points there for it, so we could never lose it ever.
Yep, pretty much. Only so much. Well, whatever. It was like what, 40 points difference? Pretty close.
Yeah, it was close. It was close.
It was a very close game.
I honestly think without me getting a free kill on the two
Yeah,
spinners,
true.
that E-push takes like way longer. If
Or
it
the
happened at all.
DD, not like.
I think we had the pincer on the DD though. Like either
Well, it
way,
would
like
have
it would
taken
have
some
gone.
stuff with it, at least.
Yeah, it might have helped take out a monitor.
If they hadn't died for
Yeah.
like, I guess I can't play XP.
Sailor
So what
polycount.
happened? Did people get kicked from the game or something?
No, just lag.
Yeah.
Oh, I just had a lot of lag.
Alright, now we're getting into discussions of lag problems. And while it is important for us to analyze some stuff, you don't need to hear that, dear viewer. Who cares? We're just an entertainment delivery device, aren't we? I have a Discord. That link is down in the description. That's where all this is being run out of, and that's where... Holy Hannah! We have around 30 people in this call right now. We literally can't even fill up the Coliseum. Oh my fucking god. This is just everybody who's playing Nebulous right now. Wow. I'm so happy that people are excited for the test branch. You know, when we first started doing this, it was really just like me and Hunter and a couple other autists diving into whatever Mazer just so happened to put out on the public test branch. But now it's gotten pretty official with how the updates come out. He doesn't just post whatever it gets the okay. He does them in like real serious, steady updates. And it's really high quality. It's nice. So we get a lot of people out here experimenting with the game, trying to make it into something better, more interesting. We can't get perfect, but we can always make it better. And how that works is having all of us work together. Oh, well, that's not good. Everybody is encouraged to come out. If you can exist on the Coliseum, if you aren't banned from there for being an abysmal person or whatever other reason you might get banned from there. I'm pretty loose and relaxed with things. There's some very minor things that people are not allowed to do. And I've got a Patreon as well in the description. If you like this, feel free to support. That helps me do all of this. That makes it easier to do all of this. Running the Coliseum has basically become a full-time job now that a ton of people are here. I'm not going to stop doing it, and there is nothing paywalled behind that. That's just if you want to give a little bit of a support. if you are doing that, thank you. I believe currently it's just Peaches and Mechanaut up on that, so thanks to both of you. It means a lot, and it does help. It helps with motivation. And that's a big deal. That's a big deal for getting things done. So, I've gone on for far too long. I'm going to have to figure out what the hell's going on with either my internet or with the server here in a moment. And I wish you well, dear viewer. Good night.